This is the lone tree. Standing exposed in the middle of a vast paddock, it's pretty much worthless as a windbreak, and it rips vital victuals out of the soil. It's just waiting to be mown down. But savvy farmers like Harry McKeough are fighting off the tree-lopping lynch mobs. Harry reckons this is no useless eucalypt.
Oh, well, for stock shelter, I think just that one tree. I mean, in the middle of summer, every sheep in this paddock camps in the shade of that tree and follows the shade all day. So, but one tree it's not going to help that much as far as lowering water tables, but like every bit helps. So.
But Harry needs more ammunition to save this lone wandoo. He's called in reinforcements. A posse of insect hunters from Curtin University's Department of Environmental Biology has arrived to give the tree the thumbs up, or the thumbs down, wildlife-wise.
We want to find out whether there are as many invertebrates on here and as many different types of animals on here as there are on the trees in the middle of the nature reserves over the hill there.
Officially, Australia-wide, there are about 250,000 species of tree-dwelling invertebrates. That's spiders, insects and other arthropods. But Professor Jonathan Major has recently turned this estimate on its head. He's just found an astonishing 1,600 different species in just 4 gum trees.
That is almost as many species as there are mammals, birds, reptiles and amphibians in Australia.
Rounding up the critters for counting is, of course, not for the faint-hearted. It calls for a hanging, but this time a hanging of cunningly devised circular nets in the canopy. Little jars at the centre of these nets are about to become repositories for numerous tiny, unsuspecting tree dwellers. Like a bounty hunter in a funny suit, Jonathan prepares to take tally of the tree's insect life. Up in the treetops, the foliage gets a spray of quick-acting and non-residual pyrethrin. After this onslaught, the tree's invertebrate inhabitants commit insecticide.
So now we're going to wait for half an hour for all the animals to die and fall into the nets. We're going to give the tree a brisk shake from the top. We're going to let the nets down and take the bottles out and take them back to the laboratory and see what's there. A couple of types of sucking bugs in there.
A cursory count confirms that this lone tree was a busy outpost.
Quite a catch on this one. Incredible.
The good catch is no coincidence. By dint of its old age and its knotty hollows, the lone tree has also become a staging post for birds that leave the insects in relative peace. Ornithologist Alexander Watson is here to put a name to the feathered feeders.
In these isolated trees like this, you generally find about 20 or so species. They generally are the big, large, aggressive species of bird, such as the magpies, the ravens, the large honeyeaters, kookaburras, parrots. They generally utilise the tree for nesting habitats and roosting sites. The species you don't find here are things like the insectivores. These are generally smaller birds and are probably driven off by the aggressive larger species.
Jonathan Major has spent more than 10 years rounding up 67,000 individual invertebrates.
I reckon there's probably 7 or 8 species here.
He's convinced that even a lone tree in a vast tract of cleared land is a vital part of the ecosystem.
Compare it with the reference collection. There really is an immense number of animals on these trees. It appears that our eucalypt forests here and our woodlands have a diversity, have a variety of animals which is up in the league of the rainforests.
Back on the ranch, it's pretty clear that the lone tree has escaped the lynch mob, and no wonder. It's a thriving invertebrate metropolis, a staging post for local and touring bird life, and a fine upstanding citizen in the local ecology.